Welcome to the second episode of The Last Hero of the White Mountains, written and created by Muhammad Tahmid Ashraf. Let's explore further across the kingdom of snowy mountains, Al Firdaws.
The morning sun glistened upon the marble floors of the citadel of Nur, its light streaming through the arched windows in a dazzling display of splendor. However, within Queen Hansa's private chambers, the radiance felt different, softer, more calculated. Here, amidst palace ledgers, diplomatic scrolls, and meticulous household inventories, lay the true pulse of the kingdom's internal machinery. Hansa, a woman of silent strength and razor-sharp intellect, sat before her polished mahogany desk. Her slender fingers traced lines across a parchment with deliberate grace. Her emerald gown, though elegant, spoke of practicality over vanity. She was not a queen content with mere silks and jewels. Her throne extended far beyond the formal court, reaching deep into the intricate administrative veins of Nur.
The latest grain shipment from the eastern provinces is delayed by 3 days, Your Majesty, began Ilara, her chief lady-in-waiting, her voice as smooth as rustling silk. Furthermore, the royal stables require 20 additional bales of winter hay before the first frost settles. Hansa nodded, her gaze unwavering. Every minute detail was a thread in the vast tapestry of the realm. Send word to Governor Riel. This delay is unacceptable. As for the stables, divert 10 bales from the West Gate garrison. Their current stores are sufficient for another week. Her decisions were swift and logical, often neutralizing potential crises at their very roots. It was this meticulous oversight that kept Nur beating steadily, even as storm clouds gathered at its borders.
The heavy oak doors of the council room slammed shut with a resounding thud, leaving only the echo of King Mustafa's restless pacing within. Outside, the air was heavy with the suffocating silence that precedes a great storm. Mustafa's knuckles whitened as he gripped the hilt of his sword. Before him lay a map where 3 large territories on the southern border were marked in ominous red. "Ungrateful curs!" Mustafa roared. "They are lords today by my grace, yet they dare raise the banner of rebellion against me? Tell the general, Nur's cavalry must ride south before the sun sets. This seed of treason must be crushed in its infancy."
Fire can be extinguished with blood, my lord, but the embers remain hidden beneath the ash. They only wait for a breeze to ignite once more. Mustafa froze at the sound of the calm yet grave voice. Standing in the shadows of the doorway was Queen Hansa. Clad in deep violet silk, she wore no royal crown upon her head, but rather an invisible aura of wisdom. She stepped toward the map with measured strides. Mustafa exhaled a heavy sigh. "You do not understand, Hansa. Those 3 lords, Selim, Jafar, and Aryan, are no longer merely demanding land. They are challenging the sovereignty of Nur. If I do not strike with an iron fist, others will follow." Hansa traced a slender finger over the map and smiled faintly. "You may force them to bow with threats, but you will poison their hearts. And a poisoned heart is an invitation to Sultan Malkas of Malakor. Do you wish for your 3 primary commanders to return as enemy blades aimed at your chest?" Mustafa's eyes narrowed. "Then what? Am I to surrender to their unjust demands? Am I to drag the honor of Nur through the dirt?" "No, my lord." Hansa's voice rang with newfound confidence. "A lion never surrenders to the demands of jackals. The lion finds a new way to cage them. They demand autonomy? Grant it to them, but wrap it in a royal shroud." Mustafa grew curious. "Explain yourself, Hansa." proclaim that these 3 southern lords are henceforth the pillars of royal alliance. To honor their valor, appoint their eldest sons as high-ranking officers in the royal guard here at the citadel. Declare it the greatest honor their lineage has ever known." Mustafa frowned. "That only grants them more power." Hansa's smile turned enigmatic. "Do you not see, my lord? When the sons of the lords dwell within the inner sanctum of your palace, they are not your guests, they are your hostages. No father would dare ignite a rebellion, knowing his son's life hangs in the balance. They will believe they have received honor, while you will know you have seized their reins. Their loyalty will no longer be bound by your mercy, but the lives of their heirs." Silence descended upon the room. Mustafa stared at Hansa, his rage replaced by profound reverence. He stepped forward and took her hands in his. "Hansa," Mustafa whispered, "I married you to be my queen, but today I realize you are the strongest shield of Nur. What the swords of 1,000 soldiers could not achieve, your words have done effortlessly. This strategy of yours is sharper than any steel blade and far more lethal." Hansa lowered her head in a graceful bow. "The burden of the throne is yours, my lord. Ensuring its foundations do not crumble is the duty of this queen."
The tranquil atmosphere of the court was suddenly shattered. A messenger arrived, breathless, whispering a report into King Mustafa's ear that turned the king's face a violent shade of crimson. "What did you say? Malakor's mercenaries intend to assassinate Princess Hafsa at the city festival? Is she there now?" "Yes, sire. A cloth merchant just sent word. He is certain of the assassins' identities and their clandestine plan."
Mustafa struck his sword against his throne in a fury. "Hamza, take 50 of the finest riders and leave at once. Outpace the wind. Let not a single dog of Malakor survive. I want the severed heads of anyone who dared target Hafsa brought to this court. Inform the city governor. I want every entrance and exit to the city sealed immediately. Grand Vizier, how did these Malakor hounds enter my kingdom unnoticed? Answer me."
As Hamza charged out of the hall, Queen Hansa placed a hand on Mustafa's shoulder. Her touch was ice-cold and steady. "My lord, your steel may arrive too late. Hafsa's blood could be spilled before the horses reach her. We must send word to her now. Tell her not to take the secluded back paths, but to vanish into the crowds of commoners." Mustafa turned to the Grand Vizier. "Mansour, command the merchants to begin a massive mock royal parade at once. Let the noise of the drums and the chaos of the crowd disorient the assassins. Hafsa must use that confusion to hide." Mustafa looked into Hansa's eyes. "Pray your cunning does not fail today, Hansa. If anything happens to Hafsa, I will burn the entire Malakor Empire to the ground."
In a shadowed corner of the palace, within a room thick with the scent of incense, sat the younger prince, Hashim. Before him lay a small chessboard, but the pieces were not traditional. They were small, hand-carved effigies of people. His personal informant, Jafar, stood by the door, observing. "My prince," Jafar asked in a hushed tone, "is this your move? How else would Malakor know the princess was heading to the festival in disguise? Do you wish to remove her? Lately she has begun to suspect your motives." Hashim acted as if the words never reached him. He moved a piece. His face was as still as stone, devoid of anger, devoid of guilt. He whispered to himself, "My mother's plan is brilliant, but dangerous. To blend into a crowd is to walk into a greater trap. Malakor has hidden their finest executioners within that very crowd. Malakor does not play so clumsily."
Hisham turned and looked toward his personal bodyguard, a monstrous silent warrior named Arkan. Without a word, a single look from Hisham sent Arkan out into the shadows. Jafar realized Arkan had been sent on a mission known to neither the king nor the queen.
The city market was a sea of humanity. The air vibrated with the thunder of drums and the chaos of the mock parade. Hafsa, concealed beneath a cloak, walked rapidly through the throng. Her parents' warning echoed in her ears. Suddenly, she felt it, the sensation of being hunted. A young man with the eyes of a predator pushed through the crowd toward her, a poisoned dagger glinting in his hand. Just as Hafsa was about to scream, a massive hand materialized from the crowd and clamped around the assassin's throat. Arkan! With one swift motion, Arkan crushed the man into the ground. There was no sound. Hafsa froze. She recognized Arkan. He was the shadow of her brother, Hashim. But instead of helping her, Arkan hoisted the half-dead assassin onto his shoulder and vanished into a dark alleyway. Hafsa realized that here, capturing this man was more important than her rescue. Minutes later, Hamza arrived, his cavalry kicking up clouds of dust as they cordoned off the area. Hafsa was safe, but her mind was a tempest of questions. Back at the palace, as Hafsa was embraced by her parents, her eyes remained fixed on Hashim. He stood at a distance, a faint smile playing on his lips, a smile that held no joy, only mystery. Hafsa thought to herself, "Father sent the sword, Mother sent the wisdom, but Hashim? Why did he play a separate game from the shadows? If he caught the killer, why did he not bring him forward? Has he joined hands with the enemy? Or is he playing a dark game that even our parents cannot fathom?" Hashim's silence sowed a seed of suspicion in Hafsa that was more terrifying than any assassin. The lamp of Nur shone brightly on the outside, but the darkness within was fathomless.
Subscribe this channel Tahmid Ashraf Official for the next episode of this epic The Last Hero of the White Mountains.